Hi, I'm Martha Scamperino and you're watching Off the Hook. Today we're making a seafood dish called Filet Francese. I'm at my seafood monger, Vincent Racconati, who is the owner of Sunny Seafood in Little Ferry, New Jersey. And today we're going to ask him to help me pick out a good filet that I can make francese. Hi Vin, how are you?
Hi Martha, how are you?
I'm good. I'm hungry and I'm ready to make some francese.
Good.
What is your suggestion as far as the filet goes? Because I know there's a ton of different types of fish that I could use, but I'm looking for something that will withstand the frying of it and won't fall apart. So what do you think?
For you, Martha. We just cut this morning. It's nice and fresh. It's locally. It's from Long Island. It's a fluke filet. It's hand cut, no bones. It's nice and firm. It won't break apart when you cook it.
All right, and what is the difference between this type of filet and, say, a tilapia filet?
Tilapia filet, number one. This is a tilapia filet right here. It's farm raised. And it's not as versatile as the fluke filet. For what you're going to use it for, this is a lot better tasting.
All right, sounds good. So as far as gray sole and tilapia and red snapper, can you use any type of fish like that to do this francese?
No, because the gray sole is a lot thinner, a lot lighter, and a little bit more flakier, but it won't hold up.
So that would be something that I would bake in the oven, something light.
Right, gray sole is a little bit more lighter. It's for me, it's one of the best tasting fillets, the gray sole. But for what you're going to use it for, fluke filet is what you want.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm probably going to be feeding 6 people. So what do you suggest? How many pounds?
I would say you're going to get about 3 slices per pound, so probably 2 pounds.
Sounds good, Vin. All right, so wrap it up, and I'll let you know how I make out.
Great.
This is Martha Scamperino from Mondo Italiano, and we're at Sunny Seafood in Little Ferry, New Jersey. Stay tuned. When I go home, we're going to cook up this fish.
This segment is brought to you by Sunny Seafood, where you can buy your fish fresh off the hook.
Hi, welcome to Off the Hook. I'm Martha. Today we're going to be bringing to you a filet francese. This is a very easy recipe, very simple to make. You're going to love it. We're going to start off with a fluke filet. Now, this is a Long Island fluke filet. This is locally caught fish. This is preferred in the winter months over a flounder. It's a flaky, it's a firm fish, and it's easy to cook with because when you flip it over, it's not going to fall apart on you. So let's get started. I have about 2 pounds of filet. It depends on how many people you're going to serve, but we're going to start off with 2 pounds. I have a big family and they like to eat. So here we go. Here's what we're going to need. We're going to need the filet. You're going to need 2 eggs beat. You're going to need some capers. This is about 2 tablespoons of capers. We're going to need salt, pepper, butter, of course, because I love to cook with butter. It's just my thing. 3 lemons. We're going to need some flour for dredging. This is about a cup of flour. And we're going to need some white wine, some olive oil, and some parsley. So how we're going to start this recipe is we're going to take the fish and we're going to dredge it in the flour. Now, dredge it very lightly. You don't want this to be a heavy dish, so you're going to dredge it like that. And now we're just going to put it aside. We're going to dredge all of this. Like so. And I'm going to give you one more piece. Now, we're going to put this on the side. And we're going to start on about medium flame. And we're going to put olive oil. So we have about 4 tablespoons of olive oil in here, and then we're going to use about 3 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to melt the butter and the olive oil together. And that's going to give a nice flavor, and it doesn't burn quickly because when you mix the olive oil and the butter, it gives it a nice saute. So when you have the butter melted into the oil like this, and you'll hear a tiny bit of sizzle. You're going to then take some garlic, and you could either dice it, crack it, chop it, whatever you want. I just prefer to crack it down like this and throw it in just for a little extra flavor. My kids don't love the taste of chewing garlic in their mouth, so I do it this way. I leave it whole. So when the garlic starts to sizzle and you hear the oil crackling, you're going to take your fluke that I dredged in flour, and you're going to quickly dip it in the beaten egg. And you're going to take it and you're going to just wipe it on the side of the plate, and there you go. You're going to fry it up. Again, you take the dredged filet, you're going to wipe it on the side of the pan because you don't want to get too much egg in this. And my last piece. Okay. Now, once it cooks for about a minute or so, you're going to take your spatula and you just check underneath to see if it's getting brown. And it's not quite there yet, but it will be in a second. I'm going to take this flour away. I'm going to bring our plate over. After this is cooked on both sides, you're going to plate it up and you're going to make the sauce in the same pan. Because why waste another pan when you don't really have to? So let me see. Oh yeah, this is just about ready to turn. Be careful turning it because it is a little difficult turning fish, especially when it's a fillet. See that? Smells good. All right, now while that's cooking, I'm going to take my lemon, roll it out a little bit if it seems too firm, because this way you'll get more juice out of it. I'm going to take 2 lemons to squeeze in there, and then I'm going to have 1 lemon to just garnish it with. So I'm going to take this, I'm just going to make little slices. I mean, you don't have to, but I don't know, if you have company, it looks pretty. Sometimes I just throw it in the plate and eat it. So we'll put this on the side for garnish. And let me see. This fish cooks very quick. There's not a lot of, it's not a lot of meat, so it's a quick cooking fish. So this, I think this is just about ready. See the browning of it? Now sometimes what I do is split it like this in half because it's a lot easier to plate up. You don't have to, but I prefer to do it that way. So we're going to take our fish. This smells so good I could eat it like this. We're going to plate it up. See how quick this took? I would say 2 minutes. All right, now we have our fish done. We're going to take the remaining ingredients that are in there. We're going to leave that there, and we're going to add to that some pepper, some sea salt. It's not a very flavorful fish, so make sure you add enough salt into that. And then we're going to add capers. Like I said, around 2 tablespoons of capers. You just throw it in. And they have a nice vinegary taste. And then we're going to put the wine in. About, I would say about a half a cup. Doesn't that sound good? I love that sound. That means it's almost ready. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to take some parsley. I'm going to chop up this. I discard the stems. Just get rid of them. Dice up, chop up some parsley real quick. I mean, how easy is this recipe? Now, if I could only get my husband to make it, that would be even better. but I don't think that's going to happen. All right, now we're going to take the juice of the 2 lemons. Do it this way so you could catch the pits in your hand. Okay. Now at the very end of this dish, I like to put a little bit more butter in it just to make it like a creamy, shiny sauce, which is going to be amazing. All right. This is just about ready.